If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you'll know that I've had a soft spot for Latitude 64 since I started playing disc golf. Kind of false. The soft spot is for Jonathan, who runs Latitude 64's YouTube channel. I love you so much. But since I got into disc golf and was already creating content on another YouTube channel, I really dove into disc golf YouTube through Jonathan. So the first putter that I ever putted with and bought was the Latitude 64 Pure, which I still putt with now. Now, every year, a lot of companies have started doing this. Maybe they've been doing it for a while. I've only been in disc golf since last year. But they will run 3 disc tournaments, or like make tournaments that you can run, or like have a TD run in your area. I know MVP does this with the Circuit Challenge, which I haven't gotten the chance to play yet, but I really want to. And Latitude 64, or more precisely Trilogy as a whole, has run the Trilogy Challenge. And I really wanted to do one last year, but was never in an area where they ran it. Just because you guys know, I like to throw like random stuff on the channel, challenge myself with like mystery boxes, and this is kind of like a mystery box style tournament. And when I got back to town in Denver, they had one up in Longmont, about 30 minutes north of me, and I was able to go and play it. I didn't film it though, because I just wanted to have a fun little chill time with myself. Ended up winning the tournament by 1 stroke. It was actually 2 rounds on this one. Won the first round by 2 strokes, lost the second by 1 stroke. But today we're gonna be playing 9 holes here at West Creek, just because I want to throw these discs a little bit more. And I had a lot of fun with this one specifically, the Vandal. I think it's Lucid Ice Orbit, Ricky Wysocki Tour Series, and these are all based off of one Trilogy player, and each from a different company. But this is 368 into a headwind, and this is a very flippy disc. Yes. Oh, it's so flippy. Look how flippy that is. Oh, it's also gone? Or perfect? Perfect. Yes, let's go. That's so good, I think. Did you see how that just got stood up the whole way? Really, really nice disc. I think I parked it. Because for today's challenge, we're gonna try to shoot 5 under par with these discs. Great start. And for every stroke worse than 5 under par, one of these is going to be going in a giveaway over on my Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon, please feel free to do so. The main benefit is supporting me, but I do weekly giveaways instead of an extra video, which I did do for a while. And there are some Patreon only videos that you can go and check out if you join as well. But I figured the giveaways would be a little bit more fun and easier for me than having to film a whole extra video every month. Hole 2, we have a helping tailwind, which is gonna be really nice because the basket is over that mound, 382 feet away, which for a 9-speed is a decent pump. Put it on some hyzer, let it flip a little bit, but hopefully we should be able to get it there. Skip left. Oh, it hit some grass. This course was dirt last time I played here. I like the front line of this course for this Trilogy challenge because there's a lot of variety of shots that we might have to throw. And I like that as everything's growing in, the courses seem to be getting a little more difficult because you can't really expect skips as much. And there's just a little more foliage that you have to deal with. Not on these first 2 holes, obviously. But if you have a Trilogy challenge in your area and you don't compete, it's not sanctioned, so it doesn't go into a rating at all. I think typically it costs like anywhere between $30 to $45. And it's a really fun way to just get out and compete. The layouts are typically much easier because it's kind of like a beginner tournament. And I know a lot of you guys do compete or want to, and this is a great gateway in there. Trilogy Challenge, Circuit Challenge, anything unsanctioned, and like even that they give everyone the same disc, so you have to throw the same thing. Okay, 5 might have been a little ambitious, but I think this is the longest hole. Step. Oh, that's so low. I think we'll be throwing this disc on the next hole. Oh, thought that was leaking out right side. I think they're all like the Orbit, like whatever they're like basically Halo-ish is, except they seem to have like white in the middle and then colors on the rims. Wait, that's what Halo does too. But this is the Retro Orbit Pure, I believe, the Kristen Tatar signature disc. Also, can we just talk about, whenever if you watch DGN and you see the commercial for the Trilogy Challenge, I love how, because of who Kristen is and how awesome she is, they just let her like film her part of this on an iPhone with pretty bad mic quality, so you can barely understand her as compared to Matty O, who's the other guy, and Ricky Wysocki as they record their parts. All right, 322 feet up onto the mound, but the Pure is that guy. Oh, a little more flip, come on. That was really not bad. A little too much hyzer. I kind of want to try to hyzer flip the Vandal on a forehand. That Vandal's a really good disc. I might have like a very limited amount of them coming out with a new stamp in the next couple weeks. Maybe, I mean, maybe not, but also maybe. Fun facts, I 3-putted this hole last time I played it. I don't even want to talk about it or know where that went. Oh, thank you for staying. I thought I missed that at the left side. This is hole 4, and it's honestly really stupid So we're gonna tee off from the top of the hill. Could play it, it's par 4, 400, but just go to the top of the hill, have a really fun shot, and make it a par 3. All right, the basket is right there. A lot of wind, headwind right to left. And we're gonna be going with the last disc we haven't thrown yet and hopefully getting a birdie because we are only 1 through 3. 6 holes left to get 4 more birdies. But this disc is the Matteo Warship, most fun player on tour. Such a joy to watch and so good at disc golf too. But this disc, I'll talk about it as we throw it a little bit more because there will be some more holes to throw it, but I really liked this disc and then I really they didn't like this disc. See, that's why. That's the reason why, right there. What a weird disc. Here, we'll forehand the Vandal again. A little big germ forehand at it. Oh, that's so good. So this is the super weird thing about that Matteo tournament, ice, whatever, orbit. There are too many names at this point for all these plastics. But as you saw there, it's a slight headwind right to left. And that disc is like a slightly overstable mid-range. In the orbit plastic, I thought it'd be more overstable, and it started out that way. And it's overstable, but it seems to have a lot of late push that doesn't hook up. It doesn't have hookup, but it does have a finish at the end. It's a really weird mid-range. I found myself not really trusting a lot. It was kind of like the Echo Star Destroyer equivalent that I started to really not trust because it would just turn and I'd be like, oh, this is perfect. It's just gonna hook up and come back. And it just kept pushing on the turn. Kind of like what you saw there where I was like, oh, out of my hand, perfect. And then it just did not hook up even with a right to left wind. Let's get started real quick. That laser beam of a forehand inside the circle here. Really hope I can make this putt. Ow, ooh, thistles. Where are you, bud? Let's go. I love the Pure for a putter, dude. That's so good. 2 down, baby. You thought you were getting a giveaway, patrons? I'm not generous like that. Hole 5, 290. Mando right of a pull, which is right there. Which is interesting because it typically plays a headwind. So we're gonna go Warship on a hyzer because, the good thing about this is if you throw it on hyzer, it's gonna push on that hyzer before it dumps. I think what I just found weird about it is that it fits between my overstable mid-range and my straight stable mid-range because of the weird late push, but having some overstability. I think I pushed that way long. Okay, not crazy long, but we gotta get on a little bit of a birdie streak at some point, man. I think we're giving the Warship one last chance. I think if I remember correctly, this used to be a 6-speed and they changed it to a 5-speed with 6 glide, which is probably pretty close to accurate. Hole 6, 284, straight ahead. We've now missed 3 holes. We can only miss 1 more and win. Tailwind left to right. I think we're gonna go Pure instead of Warship. I just feel like I trust it a little more. With good reason. I definitely say that that's a pretty good drive. It does not get more parked than that. Oh, so zoomed in, sorry. This one's gonna be a little tricky in this wind. It's 300 feet and the wind is coming at me this way. So it's a right to left, which means it's not gonna let stuff really far left. I could throw a forehand with the Vandal and let the wind ride it, but that sounds awful. And I think it has to be the Warship, but just my lack of trust in this thing. I gotta put it on more hyzer than I think, because I think even if I put on a lot of hyzer, it's just gonna push forward on that hyzer. Okay, I think that's pretty good. The next one feels like a gimme. So if I get this, I'll feel great about my 5 down because the last one is pretty hard. Great putt, let's go. All right, hole 8 is an actual par 4, 518 up to that basket over there, but there's a Mando to the left of that stump or post. Since this is an actual par 4, and it is relatively easy as long as you get around that Mando, which this wind is gonna help with because I can just leave this Vandal out high and let it drift back. We're gonna force ourselves to use all 3 of these discs, which basically just means we have to throw the upshot with the Warship, I guess. I don't know. Or we could see if we could birdie it with all 3. And if we birdie it with 2 out of 3, it'll count as a birdie. Otherwise, it's a par and have to birdie the last hole. Alrighty, Vandal. That's huge. That's not all the way there, but that was pretty big. It did make the Mando. And pure. They need like a bigger stick extending up off that so you can see. Or just throw it lower so you can see. All right, in that little Stonehenge area up there, that's a little two-step hyzer. Oh, it got caught up in the wind. Pretty short, that's scarier than I want. Really got a clutch up here, worship. Get over it. Oh, that's short too. We got some putts. And this Vandal's pretty sick. Almost close enough to give it a run. Okay, at least it's over, but just kept so far right. Also, I will absolutely be putting all these with a pure. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Now I gotta make it from the worship. Not actually scary, but semi-scary. Wow, that was nuts. That last second drop. Whew. What fun discs. Last hole. I will spoil, I do have another drop of discs coming in the next couple weeks with the new fun stamp. A simple, yet hopefully symbolic stamp. I'm waiting for one more company to send me some discs, and then I'll have actually 2 of these. Surprisingly, I'll have more pures available, 0 medium ones, the ones that I throw, and then I will have very few Lucid Ice Vandals. They're all white with a really cool stamp. That drop will be coming at you really soon. I'm really excited for it. A hole 9, they call it a par 4, 400. I think it's closer to like 380, but it is uphill, so it probably plays around 4. That being said, the wind is kind of helpful. I honestly think I can get the worship there, but we're gonna throw the Vandal and then the worship after. This thing has such a good stability. Yeah, if that got any skip, that's phenomenal. If it didn't, it's inside the circle. And now for the big old worship hole. Nope, not even close to stable enough. It is phenomenal distance though. Just letting it ride that wind. We'll try the pure. Man, I need to just remember how to throw that left because the wind's gonna take it right. This grass has just gotten a little grabby on me. Yeah, this pure too, so far. I gotta get used to the no ground action at these courses, which will help a lot with like placing shots and landing shots right, but all these courses, when I left Denver to go on my little trip in the van, they were all absolutely barren, and now they're so lush, and the ground action plays so differently. Perfect. That's not bad for a little Trilogy challenge. Hey, so fun fact, I recorded an outro but forgot to press record, so here's your outro. Go watch yesterday's video. See you tomorrow.